remake of my last video. So I put something up earlier this week or the end of last week, and it was kind of a flip through of my monthly setup because it 9 times out of 10 stays the same. And while I liked the content, I did not like the way the video looked. And I realized that kind of one of my aspirations or one of my thought processes, I won't say it's something I've aspired to. One of the avenues I've always wanted to utilize is YouTube for just a lot of different things. And I struggled for a really long time finding my entry onto YouTube. I am not a hair and makeup girl. I am more of kind of a speaker, teacher, coach. That's what I do for a profession. But what I did not like about doing that on YouTube was that the camera was facing me. And while I'm coaching other people, one of the things I'm coaching myself through now is being okay with the attention being on me. But that's something I've struggled with in the past, and to be honest, I'm still struggling with. So I was always really wary of getting into YouTube because I didn't want to be on camera. Finally, I am a planner girl in a very loose sense of the term by the standards of the YouTube planner community. Yeah, by standards of YouTube planner community, it's really loose. My planners are nowhere near as gorgeous or as decorative or as creative as a lot of them that you will see on here. But they're very functional and I have fun with them and I really, really enjoy them and I want to share them. And this is something that I can share and not have to be on camera. So I was like, this is perfect. This is something I want to do. So I jumped head first and I just started making videos. And then I was looking back at some of those videos and they just didn't look good. Like I said, I like my content. I don't know what else. I just didn't like the way they looked. So I decided if this is something I really want to get into, I need to be more concerned about how I present myself and present what I do. And I don't want you all trying to suffer through something that is not appealing. That's not fair to you. So I decided to redo that video with a little bit of a different setup. You're going to see a lot of different setups in videos that I make right now because I'm trying different things, seeing what works, what really looks good, what translates well to video into YouTube. So this is my setup video again, and just in a different background. So if you watched the last one, you by no means have to watch this one. Don't have to. Click off. Don't worry about it. I don't want to bore you because it's going to be a lot of the same information. But you are definitely more than welcome to watch it as well. I may say something different or point out something different. 99% of the setup is the same. I may have changed like the color of my pen, if that. And I actually am looking at it now. I don't even have a pen in the pen loop, so that's not an issue. But the setup is the same. I guess that's enough talking. Let me jump in, and thank you for watching. When I say boy. Jumping straight in, this is my current traveler's notebook. And for me, current is amazing because I've been in this thing for almost 3 weeks, a month or more, and I change things a lot. So this is amazing that I've managed to stay in something this long, which is a testament to how much I like it. And this is a Foxy Fix pocket size spice notebook. And as far as Foxy Fix goes, these are my personal favorites. I tried Lush, I tried some of the other leathers, but Spice, the pocket configuration, the way it feels, the way it looks, the way it handles scratches, all of those things. This is just my favorite Foxy Fix notebook. And pocket size is kind of me just across the board. So one of the things you'll notice on the front of this is I have these 2 little red hearts. Little puffy hearts. They're from the Illustrated Faith sticker collection line. And those are there because I bought this one on one of the Facebook buy-sell trade groups. And when I bought it, the young lady I purchased it from had her initial on the front. And I didn't have the same initial as her. So figured I had to cover it. And I looked for patches and I looked for all different things to cover it with. I was even looking at pins, but I am super duper afraid to put a pin into one of my traveler's notebooks as decor. Because what if I want to get rid of it or I don't like the pen or something happens and then I'm just stuck with a big hole in the leather. So skipped over all of that, found these really cute stickers. And even though I was born in the very early 80s, I'm still kind of like a child of the 60s and 70s. And I love the red-orange combination of this. So I just have some little red hearts on there that cover up that initial. So let's go onto my front. And my front pocket is really bare right now. It's usually a little bit more decorated than this, but I just have this sticker that says good vibes. And the sticker is from a young lady called Nubian Rock Chick on Instagram, and you'll see a lot of her stuff in this notebook. But this was one of the freebies, was something that I ordered from her, and it's just kind of held in place with a trombone, like one of the really big trombone clips. And normally I have a month at a glance calendar here laminated and just kind of sits here so I can always look, but it fell out in my purse somewhere and I just haven't put it back. So that is the front. My pockets, nothing exciting. Some stickers from my company and my Etsy store, which is Scraps Co. And yeah, and that's a Chic Sparrow. In my Foxy Fix, a Chic Sparrow sticker, because I love them all. I feel we can love multiple makers, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that kind of hangs out in there. And there's some dirt on here. We're just going to say, we're going to ignore that paper scrap. So that is it. I start off with my first dashboard. And this one is a Foxy Fix secretarial dashboard. And the image on the front, because we are in the month of August, this August girl, if you can tell, she looks a lot like this sticker is from the same young lady. This is from Nubian Rock Chick. And one of the first things that I purchased from her was her yearly calendar. And the calendar is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And it's so stunning that when I wanted to use the image, I didn't want to mess up the calendar. So I just made a copy of the image on my copy machine. And then I kind of cut out the image for August and put it in here. And the way her calendars are made is you have this image at the top half of the page, and then there's the actual calendar on the bottom half of the page. So I just cut her out. And that is kind of the decor for my first dashboard. And you'll see these roses behind it. This is from a folder that's available at Dollar Tree right now as part of their back to school section. And I just cut the folder up and cut it down to the size that I needed to fit in this dashboard and stuck it in there behind her. So it has a little bit of pink and green, which matches her green, because we're in August, which is my birth month, and our birthstone is Peridot. So I don't know if that's why she chose the green, but I'm going to believe that's why she chose the green. Next up is this glittery gold situation here. And this was a notebook that I found at Michael's, and it was completely the wrong size for this pocket size. But I love the gold glitter so much that I purchased it. But I didn't like the paper, and it was the wrong size. I don't know why I purchased it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably would have done better just to buy some glittery scrapbook paper, but I didn't. So I purchased the notebook, and I took the paper out and I cut it down to the right size, and then I kind of lined it with a different decorative paper, and now it's in here right behind my first dashboard because I think the glitter is really pretty. It's just a nice thing to look at whenever I open it. And this sticker, it's actually a die cut. It's from a store called JD Brooklyn Co. And she's on Etsy as well. And this is one of her Fro Goals die cuts. My first insert is field notes. And I have a great, awesome field note story. If you're on Twitter, I kind of tweeted the entire thing. My Twitter is @SmithEducates. I talked about it in Facebook and all my Facebook groups, on my personal Facebook page. But I might do a video here because it's a really good story about customer service and field notes. So this is one of my field notes notebooks. This is the one that you get for free if you ever go into the field notes store. And it's just kind of a giveaway. And just to make it a little more decorative, I did some washi on the front. And this was a sticker I was just playing with. It's actually a label, not a sticker. And it's just a gold dot circle sticker label. And I was playing with it and put it down on here. And once it was on there, I didn't feel like pulling it up, so I just left it. Once you get into the field note, the first thing you'll see, I call this my go station. And it's the place where I have like my most important sticky notes or things that I really just want to see whenever I get into my notebook. And my first reminder was like a super big deal for me, and that is that I made my first Etsy sale on July 28, 2018. So that was a big deal for me. Yay. And I just kind of want to be reminded of it because so far that has been my first and only. So with that, a little bit of disappointment can creep in. A little bit of, am I really doing it? Why am I doing it? Should I still be doing it? Can creep in. But what keeps me motivated is I look at this and I think I made one. And if I did one, I can make some more. So that's just a good reminder. And then I have my mom's shopping list because she never remembers when she goes into a store, when she calls me and says, Siobhan, can you go to the store for me, what it is she needs. So I keep her list in there too. And one more thing about this page. If you notice, it is, I'm gonna peel these off. It's covered in washi. Haha. It's actually the same washi that goes on the edge of these field notes. And the reason that is when I was just putting sticky notes, like little post-its directly onto the paper, and the really, really sticky ones, because I have some of the super sticky ones, whenever I would try and peel them up, it was peeling up the paper, and I didn't like that. So I figured I would cover it all in washi, so it's stuck to the washi, and I can peel and stick, and it never peels up the paper, and it's just a nice little decorative page when I first get in there. And the first page I have in here, and this is just kind of listed notes, a general drop. I don't know what else to call this notebook. I don't want to call it a brain dump because it's not per se a brain dump. It's just like a catch-all. So this is my catch-all notebook. So I have my shopping list. That's my first page. And then I just have notes. So whenever I'm somewhere and I just need to jot down a note really quickly, so something from my mom's doctor's appointments, something I wanted to remember to put on my shopping list because I didn't have sticky notes with me that day, or something, I don't know why I put it here, but I needed dish detergent, just different notes, something I was shopping for in a store. I was looking for a collection of books from Dollar Tree. So as I found them, I just crossed them off till I knew I had all of them. So just kind of a note section. And because I really want to use this entire notebook, I divided it in half. So the first half you saw, the second half is dedicated to primarily lists. So I have all different types of lists in here. I have a wish list on this page, and these are just the things that I want. These are my unicorn items. I have websites and stores that I like, people and pages I want to follow, things I've ordered. I cross them out when I get them. Etsy orders are things that have been ordered from my Etsy store. Returns, exchanges, things I need to return to a store, things I want to make, just different lists. Things to sell, and that's kind of on buy, sell, trades. Product ideas, video ideas, orders and shipping, and then a pen test. So that is my first insert. And if you hear some noise, I just heard thunder, and we've had storms on and off all day. So a storm may come while we're doing this, and the rain will just be soothing to all of us. At least that's what I'm going to claim. It's going to be soothing. My next insert, and I'm going to see if I can prop this up somewhere because I don't want there to be glare. I don't know. Can you all still see that without glare? I hope there's no major glare in there because I'm trying to move some things around without bumping the tripod and making sure the lighting stays good just in case this storm hits. So I think we're good on that. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Ouch. There we go. So I guess I'll lift it because even though there's no glare, I don't know if you can actually see when something's that far down. So this is my monthly insert, and you'll see the image is just something I found on Pinterest. I use a lot of Pinterest images in here, and I make my covers using them. And then you'll see that gold and clear foily sticker. It just goes over monthly. And this little sticker is something I get from an Illustrated Faith kit. This little paper clip is from my store Scraps Co. So it's just a little dangle button clip covered in like an African fabric because that's the whole concept. A lot of Scraps Co. is scraps of things, scraps of fabric, scraps of ribbon, of leather, of precious metals, of gems, whatever it is. It's things that have been left over that people may have discarded that we're going to find beauty and use in. And here we go with my monthly, and it's purely month on one page, and it doesn't have a lot on it, so it's undated. And that's because I know sometimes I don't want to plan every month, and other people may not want to plan every month. So it has the list of the months here, and you highlight the month that you're in, and then you write your monthly goal. So mine was be bold with my business. That was my July goal. Now we're into August. I have to figure out my August goal. And you just put whatever you want. For me, I make sure my pay dates are marked. This is not my work calendar, so this is kind of just me. I make sure my pay dates are marked, if I'm doing any vacations or traveling for personal reasons, any birthdays that we have, things like that, I make sure to mark in this calendar. And I went ahead and kind of filled it out for the next couple months until December. And I was playing with decorating with washi. Like I said, my planner is definitely not as decorated. I'm sorry if the tripod's moving. My planner is nowhere near as decorated as a lot of the beautiful YouTube planner ladies. I'm not on that level. So I apologize. But I did want to try something, so I said washi is safe. I tried it. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's here. And I've done this up until December, and then after December, I can go through and fill in the rest. And that is the end of that insert. One of those stickers from my company, and the back of that gold glitter. And then the back of this dashboard holds a die cut, and this is from JD Brooklyn Co. So the same young lady that did the fro goals. And then we have my kind of post-it notes and stickies are just stuck in this pocket back there. And the back of that dashboard is an image that I found. Oh, that's why this image is special. I forgot about that. This was the first thing I ever used on my Cricut when I first got it. So this was an image that I found in Print and Cut, and it's coffee before talking, which is always true. We need caffeine. It may be Diet Coke. I'll take Diet Coke if it's not coffee, but I definitely need caffeine before I talk to you. So that's why she's special, and she's just on some scrapbook paper. And then the next dashboard, it's another Foxy Fix secretarial dashboard, and this is another die cut from JD Brooklyn, and this is another Frogos die cut. And she's kind of sitting in her chair reading a book, and the back of that is all this floral part is just some vellum from Hobby Lobby. And then in the back I have another one of her die cuts stuck in here, and while the other young lady was in a chair reading, this one is like laying in bed with the remote eating popcorn. So JD Brooklyn & Co., they're really cute. This is my work calendar planner section. It's another image that I found on Pinterest. It says work back behind that gold foil sticky, and I just use some washi to go around the edges, because whenever I use paper clips on inserts, even though I do these on cardstock, like my covers I always do on cardstock, it still seems like the paper clips kind of bend up the paper a little. So I just use washi a lot of times around my edges to protect them from that. And my work insert is a perpetual calendar. So you can see it just lists the month, and then it goes down. One thing I do with my perpetual calendars whenever I make them is a lot of them just have like the day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to know what day of the week what day is. So I did add on mine the days of the week, because that's just helpful. We can see how one of mine looks. This was my July and August. So for work, I am a learning consultant for a technology company, and I train. So I train schools, I do speaking engagements, different things like that for them. So I just need to know, and I kind of work from home doing that. So this is just when I need to write down where I'm going to be. I don't always put all the details in here, but this just makes sure I don't double book. So if I'm out, if I'm at an event, and somebody's like, well, we need you to come back on, let's say August the 24th. I can look and see I'm not doing anything August 24th. I can put them down and say sure. And the days that kind of have these scribbles are days that I'm on vacation for personal reasons, or just days I'm not working. Yep. And it goes on like that through the end of the year. And again, because I'm actually trying to use notebooks and finish them, the second part of this notebook after December is work notes. So I don't know if I can get this to focus. There we go. It's actually work notes. So this is where if I'm in a meeting or on a conference call and I just need to jot down some notes about what's going on, all work related, those are all the back pages of this insert. And this is one of my favorite stickies, and I kind of try and change it out. This one was from the 21st, and I think I got these at Target, but it just says today. No, these were from Dollar Tree. It says today I feel either feisty, hungry, like doing nothing, wide awake, moody, or exhausted. 9 times out of 10, hungry is always going to be checked off on mine, And then you can write a little note about why you feel that way or what's going on. So that's kind of my way of journaling in my notebook without being tied down to journaling. Next up, if we can get around that glare, is my weekly. And once again, images from Pinterest and some washi tape on here. And another little paper clip from my store. It's a leather monkey fist knot paper clip. And my calendar is week on 2 pages. So I have, and I'm a Sunday start person. It's so interesting. There's so few Sunday starts just available, kind of on Etsy and downloads and printables. But I am a Sunday starter. So on one side, I have Sunday through Saturday. And this is where I put the real details of whatever I have going on for work or for personal life. So you can see I actually really use this. I really like this setup. And on the second page, I have a work to-do list, a personal to-do list, some general notes, and then a tracker. So here's the thing about this as a tracker. I never knew what to track. So what I normally use mine on, and we'll go back to the first week where August started, is because August 1st is here, just at a quick glance, I put in an August calendar down here because it's enough days and enough circles. So I have like August 1st to the 31st. So I can have a really quick calendar right there. And then on any other weeks that follow, if I wanted this to be a tracker, I can these line up, these circles line up with the lines. So that could be drinking water, that could be calling my mother, that could be cleaning my kitchen. So I can actually use it as a tracker if I wanted to. But always at the beginning of a month, I kind of tend to fill it in with a quick glance at that monthly calendar. That's the end of that insert. And in the back of this one, I just kind of have some washi stickers. That same paper from Hobby Lobby. And I have a Foxy Fix wallet insert, which I love. And I'm so sorry that keeps moving. And that is in the Bordeaux leather. And I just kind of keep my driver's license and my most used cards in here. I'm not trying to cover anything up. I say this in all my videos. If you see my address, send me something. If you see my bank account information, deposit some money. I promise you I will not get mad. I'm open to it. I will even send you a thank you card. So I'm not trying to cover anything, or actually, because I'm making videos, I think whatever I have going on, apparently if I'm making a video, I'm not a private person. So it's very little that if I'm making a video that has something in it, that I'm going to try and keep something secret. It's just not me. I'm kind of open with my life. So inside my wallet insert is my money insert. And this is kind of like my monthly budget bill plan insert. And I might do like a quick 2-minute, 3-minute video where I set it up for August. But the general idea is it's a month. I list all my bills and I show when they're due. But I'll do another video that really breaks that down, and you all can sit there and budget with me and see how bad I am at it. But that is that insert, and that stays inside my wallet. And then in the little zip up part of my wallet are all my extra cards that are not mandatory major everyday use, but I do want to keep them with me. And I think this is my last dashboard. Another image that I found on Pinterest. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. And some scrapbook paper behind her. On the inside, a different scrapbook paper because I'm kind of into florals right now. And then that same vellum that was earlier in the book. And my faith insert. So I'm sorry, you're going to hear my dog. Somebody just banged outside the door. He doesn't like company. My faith insert, I'm trying out some different cover designs. So there was a young lady on Facebook who was looking for inserts for her A5. And because I make inserts, but most people don't know because, once again, I don't like putting myself out there, I told her I would make a set for her and just donate them to her for free so she could try them. And one of the reasons she was having such a hard time finding inserts is she said that all of the covers and all the designs that were out there were really limiting and they didn't go with everything that she had. So I just want to try something super simple. So this is like a new cover design I'm trying out because it's ridiculously simple. And then down here, this little circle, mine says faith, but it's interchangeable for whatever that insert is going to be. And my faith insert, I have a notes page that I can write down if people are asking for prayer or just different things I need to know. But here's how my faith insert is set up. So here's a blank one. This is what it looks like when it's filled out. But a blank one, and this is mine for today, is I have space for some gratitudes that I want to make sure I'm doing every day. I can write the scripture, the title or heading, whatever scripture it is, and I'm doing scripture writing. So then I will write out the scripture here. What lesson am I taking from this scripture? I hope that sounded right. What lesson am I taking from this scripture? And then prayer focus. And I pull my prayer focuses from something I made, which is back here. And it's just a little printable that I do that has the days of the week. And I write out what I'm praying for on that day of the week. And this changes every couple months. But for a couple months at the time, I focus on something specific for a day. So today is Monday, and that would be my church. No, today's Monday. That's work and career. So that's what I'll pray for today. So every Monday I pray for work and career. And if there's anything else, I write that down in my prayer focus. And then I'll actually like to write my prayers out. So then I write my prayers. And that is kind of how it looks once it's complete. So that's my faith insert. On the back of that, the back part of that vellum, and then that weekly prayer focus that I talked about, so I know what I'm praying about. Another field notes notebook. This is an image that I found on Pinterest. I thought she was super cute, so I just printed her out, cut her out, and I stuck her into one of those Target dollar spot pockets. And I have a card from Illustrated Faith that says, "Be thou my vision." And this is my sermon notes. So that's what this is actually not a field notes. This is a field book. So there's a difference. Field book, I found it on Amazon. I like kind of how it looked like wood. I'm really into earthy, natural, crunchy stuff. So these are my sermon notes. And when I'm at church, instead of taking them on my iPad or my phone or having to bring out a really big notebook with my Bible, this is just where I write all my notes from sermons. And you can tell this is like from 1 week. My pastor, he was teaching that week. So yeah, all my notes, things I want to remember and things that stood out to me. And then on the back of that is the back of that last dashboard. I have some of the scrapbook paper, and then I have my little Dear God cards. Oops, scrapbook paper fell out. So these are things that I made, and I just like to keep them in here. I'm pulling all this stuff out. So you all want to get to see this one look pretty, but okay. Dear God cards. So if I'm out and somebody asks me to pray for them, I sometimes write down the prayer that I have for them, and then I give it to them. Or I write down the prayer and I keep it and I put it up around my house or in different places so that I can be reminded, like when I'm in there, what I'm praying about and to pray for these people. So that one was a miscut. But this is a good example. And it's just a Dear God card. I have some little tiny stickies in here that look like flowers. And then I have these cute little Afro Puff and Afro Kids. Found them on Canva, oddly enough. So I just printed them out, and I think they're super cute. And then this little bookmark that I cut down to fit back here, she is Gold Digger, and she is from the same young lady I started and ended with, Nubian Rock Chick. This is one of her bookmarks, and I love them. Great quality if you ever feel one, and they're double-sided. And then in the last of that pocket, I have a little washi card. And I have the quintessential, I have a planner bow paperclip, because you're clearly not a planner person unless you have that bow paperclip. And I think that's it. Oh, these are cute. So if I'm ever out and I need to like write something down for somebody and I don't want to tear paper out of one of my notebooks, I found these little mason jar. I don't know if they're die cuts or just little cardboard things at Joann Fabrics. So I keep a couple tucked into here, and I just write notes on them and give these to people if they ever ask for something that I need to write down. So like I said, I'm beginning with this young lady, and I end it with her as well. I end with this one. And let's see, is there something else in here? Oh, there is. There's a couple more things. So I want to talk about the clips, but I don't have it in a ring, but I saw this on Instagram. And I had to get it, so I called and I ordered some. And it's the Field Guide for Daily Prayer. So I really like this, and I just keep this around. And it has some great prayers. in here. So morning prayers, afternoon prayers. Yeah. So I'm kind of using this intercession prayers, various prayers, and it's from Seedbed. And it is actually smaller than a field note, even though it's a field guide. It's a little bit smaller than a field note. So it would probably fit into your smaller traveler's notebooks. Like this will fit really well into a passport. But I really like it. And it just kind of keeps me motivated sometimes when I'm struggling to find a prayer. So that's in there. The clips I'm using right now, this is one of my favorites. I think it's super cute. It's like a really tiny binder clip. And I've seen them in a couple places, but the place I found these was odd. It was actually in the knitting section of a craft store. And they had it back there because these are used to hold things in place when you're knitting. But I think it's really cute. And it just normally sits up at the top. That's the only top one I have right now. We talked about my leather bow. It's always in there. And then my Scraps Co. dangle. A little button dangle. So yeah, that's always in there. And that is everything. That is my whole walkthrough. I don't have a pin in here right now. When I say I'm probably not like the rest of the planner girls, and it's getting dark. You can tell the storm is coming, so I apologize for the change in lighting. But I'm definitely not like the rest of the planner girls. I use ballpoints. Like I love a good old-fashioned ballpoint pen. So normally it's just like a Papermate ballpoint that's kind of thrown into here. And I am good to go with that. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Saw some things in here. Give me ideas. Like I'm extremely open. I want to be better. I want my planners to be prettier. Like I want them to be really nice. But for me, this works perfectly. It is extremely functional. It is my wallet. It is my work calendar. It is my work notes. It is my Bible study notes. It's my faith. It's my budget. It's everything in one place. And that's what I absolutely love about traveler's notebooks and planners now is I have a lot of them, but I don't carry them for multiple purposes. Like I switch out everything in one between, a different cover this week or something different than next week. But I'm never using two at the same time because with my system and what works for me right now is I can fit everything that I want into one. So, hope you got something out of it. And please, I guess I'm going to tell the rest of the people. Like, subscribe, and comment. If I get some likes, I will keep making them. Even if I don't get likes, I'll probably still keep making the videos because it's something I want to do. But definitely let me know what I can do better, what I can do different, some things that you'd like to see. I'm willing to try a lot of different things, and that may be fun to see somebody who's not very artistic, more creative, try some of the things that we see the other young ladies or young men or gentlemen do. And I'm definitely willing to do that. So thank you so much and have a good one. Bye-bye.